I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. Smoke. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, you know I blew it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleed. I think it's easy, leaving nigga bleed. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleed. I get the squeeze and leaving nigga bleed.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. Allergies acting up. I just woke up. Was up early this morning. I had to take my daughter to her end of grade test this morning. You know, she graduated out the 10th grade. She had to do child development. That was her end of grade testing. So she's asleep right now too, because we had to get up early, like 7 o'clock in the morning. Had to be there around 9. Long lines and everything, boy. So we kind of tired and everything, but shout out to Track at 327 in the building. Salute King. All things big AMC FSG. And if my sound stopped up, it's my my damn allergies going crazy right now. Big Block with the 454. Salute King. Peace and blessings. Lee Jackson. Salute. I done took some Allegra, so it should be working soon. Andy Gill in the building. Salute, homie. Peace and blessings to you. Sonny Augustine, what it do, homie? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. My nigga Desmond Johnson in the building. Salute, King. Salute. So shout out to everybody that's sitting here. My nigga Richie L. What's poppin', killer? Hope all is well with you, bro. Oh, that damn oregano oil is good too, Sonny Augustine. But I just woke up, so I just took something just because I just woke up and now window was open, trying to circulate fresh air, and it circulated that motherfucking pollen. So that shit right there. Plus, I've been getting, I think, like an earache. But yeah, and then going out today with my daughter, like, I tell you, boy, springtime is the worst time. Spring and then fall is bad too. Summer's really not that bad, and I love winter. See, the damn wintertime ain't no pollen, ain't no bugs, ain't nothing. But salute everybody in the building. Make sure y'all smack that like button if y'all want to donate, support the grind. But we're going to get this thing started. Like, Dr. Key's not going to be back till tomorrow. So I got to hold it down. We get raw and uncut right here. But shout out to my favorite prospect in the game. My nigga ain't buddy. He ain't with that buddy shit. And my nigga keeps it 1,000. And he's not going for it. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Abdullah motherfucking Mason. Abdullah Mason, he let it be known, like, look, we moving up. We doing what we got to do. Keyshawn, you on notice. And see, it's crazy because, like I said, Top Rank trying to get that belt away from Shakur first off. But Keyshawn Davis is 26 years old, right? And he's making somewhat of a move. You feel what I'm saying? And Abdullah Mason is 20 years old. You feel what I'm saying? He's also doing his thing in the damn game. So this is something that Top Rank hasn't been put up with for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? When they got 2 stars that's vying for that one spot. But I guess we're going to see which one that they put more stock into. But right now, Keyshawn and Top Rank, they had a motherfucking collision course right now. Abdullah Mason has just moved to number 3 in Keyshawn Davis's weight, like in his belt class. So Abdullah Mason is also fighting on Keyshawn Davis's card. Daryl Thigpen, salute. He's also fighting on his card. And one thing about it, Bob has no problems letting two undefeated black fighters mix it up. He does it, especially if he put it on his card. That's more money for him. And since Top Rank signed the deal, they signed that Amazon Prime deal. That'd be a hell of a fight. And to be honest, if Keyshawn goes out there and shows out on a less than ideal Edwin De Los Santos, because us hardcore boxing fans, see, Keyshawn Davis said it before. They've been tricking the game for too long. Yes, they've been tricking the game for too long. But Keyshawn, you was talking about you and Top Rank because Top Rank has the the perfect matchmakers out there. Like Top Rank has the very best in making matches. They have the very best in fighting people at opportunistic times. You feel what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing. Just like Keyshawn brought Pedraza down and beat him. Just like he brought Gustavo Limos down and he put on a show against a Gustavo Limos that went 12 grueling rounds with Africa. Like Africa took that man's undefeatedness, his O. And Africa had to battle his life and death on that fight because Gustavo Limos was undefeated for one. For two, he was in great shape. Now, when Keyshawn fought Gustavo Limos, he had already lost his O. And I told y'all that when a fighter loses his O, he's not the same 9 times out of 10. It's easy to beat a fighter once they've done lost one time. When a fighter loses, he knows how to lose, right? So Keyshawn caught this man coming off a loss. That's for one. Then he caught that man trying to bring him down. Exactly all things. De Los Santos is coming off of 2 years of not being in a workout, period. Because with blood clots, you cannot work out because it's a risk of having the blood clot travel to your brain or to your heart. So you're supposed to rest and relax until they can thin that shit out. Like that's what happened to the great football player from Nebraska who would have been held in the NFL. The quarterback Tommy Frazier. Tommy Frazier, he single-handedly put the beat down on my Florida State Seminoles. Yes, he beat my boy Florida State, but we won the championship. You feel me? We won that chip with Ward Dunn and Peter Ward. But Tommy Frazier was a one-man destruct. He was like your boy Vince Young for Texas. He was Vince Young before Vince Young. You feel me? And he had to stop because of the blood clots. The blood clots got very dangerous with the blood clot. You feel me? So he had to stop because shit was life and death. But De Los Santos, he had to keep it easy for them 2 years. So, 2 years of not exercising, you lose a lot of fucking stamina, dog. You lose a lot of fucking stamina. Some all things. At first, I didn't like Keyshawn because he was a clout chaser. I'm being honest. But when I look at what he's done for his family and I look at the work, like, it's no question that the man is putting their work. Like, the man ain't got shit handed to him. Like, this motherfucker is actually going out there busting his ass to eat for him and his family. And I'm a real nigga. And with me being a real nigga, I got to respect that. Because if I don't respect that, then all that does is make me a motherfucking hater. You feel me? Sorry about that. I had to blow my damn nose and shit. Let's spray that inhaler. So that inhaler shit up. All right. So I've never been a hater. So yeah. Shout out to that nigga for not only taking care of his wife and kids, but and I hit the wrong button. But shout out for him taking care of his wife and his kids. And shout out for him getting his brother, his younger brother O, and even his younger brother Keon, because Keon is gonna be a problem. Keon is like Abdullah Mason, the younger brother that put that work in. Now Kelvin, I think Kelvin's fucking trash. Tracking 327, I don't like Kelvin. Kelvin think he's good, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga's trash. Hell, I would like to see Abdullah Mason versus Muratalla. Like, but I like Muratalla's next opponent, which is Jeremiah Nakathila. Jeremiah Nakathila is not no lame duck. And it's funny because this card right here, it's got two opponents that Shakur Stevenson has fought. Now, watch what I'm telling you. Top Rank is going to sit back and look at how both people perform against Shakur's, as we say, leftovers. Because we see how Shakur fought Jeremiah Nakathila. Matter of fact, when Shakur fought Nakathila and Edwin De Los Santos, he felt both of their powers and he went lateral that whole fight. Now, with De Los Santos, Shakur had his motherfucking tracking field shoes on. Like, Shakur wasn't playing. Shakur had his motherfucking goddamn his New Balances on. he made a motherfucking damn New Balance commercial in that bad boy. You feel me? Like, Shakur was not playing. He had a pair of Asics on. He had the motherfucking Asics on. But I just restarted my laptop so I can get this going right here. I want y'all to see this because, like I said, shout out to the young king. Now, I don't know. I think next year, Abdullah has to hurry up and get a title shot because he's staying in the ring. And they say he's going to fight 3 more times this year, at least. They say at least 3 more times, 4 if possible. You feel what I'm saying? So they're keeping Abdullah Mason in the ring. He's getting that valuable experience. Keyshawn Davis may be 26, Abdullah's 20, but Abdullah has more fights and he's getting that experience because Abdullah Mason doesn't have that amateur background experience. And a lot of people say amateur this, amateur that, but an amateur background experience, it gives you a chance to see different types of fighting styles. It gives you a chance to rely on something besides power. You feel me? That's why you see a lot of people, they shoe shine. Shoe shine, and that's part of amateurs because in amateur boxing, you get points by landing. It's not by power, but it's about how many shots that you land. And sometimes you get them judges that be in there and they do the same thing. Like, they judge people off of that motherfucking damn amateur background. But Sean Gazelle, shout out to Sean Zattel, however you pronounce his name. He from Fight Hype, but he also bees with my man.
Boxing.
He bees with my man Sean Porter, Showtime Sean Porter. You know, the top op, the top cool. You feel me? But I want y'all to hear this right here. This is the video that, you know, they had an interview with Mason yesterday. Here we go.
Right, Sean Zattel here with the man. A lot of people feel is the best prospect in boxing. Him, Moses Saituma. It's a short list. Abdullah Mason, now number 2 with the WBO for the world title in the rankings. Comes back June 7th on ESPN.
Now, they done made Abdullah Mason number 2 for Keyshawn's belt. That means he's right now in the mandatory spot. He's right now in the mandatory spot. Yes. So next year, Keyshawn Davis is going to have to handle that. Now, we've been giving Keyshawn Davis a pass on the Andy Cruz situation. But Andy Cruz is making himself the mandatory for the IBF and Raymond Muratalla. And then Lomachenko. So what do? We got Tank, the WBA champion. You got Shakur Stevenson, the WBC champion. Now we got motherfuckers coming for Loma's belt. You got an Andy Cruz who's been avoided by certain fighters, and we really don't know how good Andy Cruz is. Like, we've seen him on the amateur stage, but we haven't seen him tested in the motherfucking pros. We haven't. We don't know whether his power hold up, what his boxing. We see his boxing ability, but we want to know, does he have the power to keep a motherfucker honest, right? Then you got this young bull, Abdullah Mason. Yeah, I watched it earlier too, Andy Gill. This is a hell of a video. That's why I'm going to keep it going now. I'm going to talk to y'all when it's over with.
Keyshawn Davis's card, fighting Jeremiah Nakathila, a guy that's fought a couple of world champions up to this point. What's going on, Abdullah? How's everything?
Everything's great. You know, last time I checked the WBA, it was number 6, so it's at number 2 now, huh?
Yeah, with the WBO. Did you say WBA?
No, WBO.
Yeah, number 2. Last I checked.
Oh man, that's a great ranking right there. You know, that's a step closer to a world championship. So you know, we feeling good today. Then I'm gonna put some good work in that gym.
Yeah. I'll get the champion of that belt is obviously Keyshawn, and you know, but I'll ask you about that a little later. We'll give Nakathila his respect, I guess, and start there, right? First, and kind of give him his respect. Is this the first time you're fighting a guy taller than you are? And I don't think his reach is as long as yours is, but tall fighter. What do you think of Nakathila?
It's just the first time. I'm not sure. I fought fighters that were my height. A few fighters that were my height, and I feel like Nakathila, he's a great fighter because he like to put his all into his punch. So he likes to punch. So he let his right hand go a lot. You know, he got a strong jab that he uses. So he liked to let his hands go for sure. So, you know, I feel like this is gonna be a good step up because I'm gonna make him look like everybody else.
Well, I know styles make fights. What do you think it was about him that he was able to go 12 with Shakur, but Muratalla and another fighter that escapes me right now put him out in Tito Mercado? Those guys were able to put him out in a couple rounds. Why do you think that was?
Record, edit, and share your podcast all in one place with Riverside.
Y'all know how they say styles make fights and everything, right? So yeah, Mercado and Raymond Muratalla was able to stop Nakathila. And that's because Nakathila, he comes forward and he likes to fight. He likes to brawl. He likes to get the work in. But see, they timed him, countered him, and put it down. See, Shakur didn't have the power to time that man and stop him. And you see what Abdullah say. He say that man like to put his all in his punches. And you know, he likes to bang it out. And see, one thing about that young warrior, Abdullah Mason, he don't shy away from no action. And that might be his downfall later because sometimes he goes in there headstrong. But I've also seen him switch up after each fight. Like, he gets better. I don't see him making the same mistakes that he's made in a prior fight. But let me continue the video and stop over talking. My bad, y'all.
I think Shakur is a defensive first fighter. You know, he stepped in there. And, you know, he didn't. I don't feel like he had the need to step in there and then get on the inside and try to stop him or try to get Nagate out of there. So I feel like he was a little more comfortable on the outside doing what he had to do. He knew he could win the fight easily that way. So I feel like that's the reason why he didn't get him out of there opposed to the other guys who wanted to step in there and, you know, make a statement and stop the Nagate early.
What's
that's my take on it.
So what's your temperament as it pertains to him in this fight? Then are you thinking get him out of there, make a statement, or take my time, take what's there?
My predicament is make it look easy. You know, I feel like nobody's ever, you know, stepped on the inside with him or stepped to him. You know, those guys, you know, they did what they did from the outside or they. I feel I'm gonna just make this one look easy. You know, that's my job.
It's interesting. It's interesting, Abdullah, because you're talking about giving it to him on the inside, and you got freakishly long arms at this weight class. Why is?
Thank you, James. All right, James. All right, I keep it going, bro. I appreciate you though. But yeah. So see, Abdullah Mason, he sees the difference with Nakatilia. Nakatilia is good when he's coming forward, but when you bring the fight to Nakatilia, he fucks up, and that's what Miratala did. He brought the fight to him. That's what Mercado did. They brought the fight to him, and that's what Abdullah said he gonna do. He's gonna bring the fight to him. Like, one thing about a bully, when a bully is taking advantage and he's doing stuff, he's happy, boo. A lot of times when a bully's getting bullied, they can't fight back. And that's what Abdullah basically saying. He's going to bring the pain to the man and he's going to fold him. That's why Abdullah said, I'm going to stop that man for real.
Is that? Why do you want to work in the pocket when maybe someone else would take that long reach and want to keep it on the outside?
I don't gotta work in the pocket. You know, I'm gonna step in there when that bell ring. I'm gonna do what I feel. You know, I'm gonna do what I feel is best, and I'm gonna listen to my corner. So, if the inside is easy, I'm gonna step on the inside. If the outside is better, I'm gonna be on the outside. So I'm gonna do whatever makes it easy. I'm gonna do what makes it, you know, better for me. You know, that's first. And you know, if it's a choice between either or, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. So, you know, it's between, you know, me and my fight, me and him in front of me, because I'm the one that's, you know, fighting him. So, you know, when I get in there and get used to him, listen to my corner, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna just have fun, so everybody else can have fun too.
What do you think though allows you to be so good on the inside early in your career? When again you got such long arms, you might someone else might look at it and say, oh well, the guy, you know, he's going to give up his leverage on the inside. He needs more extension and all that. Why are you able to fight good at a short distance with?
And see that right there, that's the difference between being a good fighter and a great fighter. See, Sean Gazelle and them, they don't understand. When you limit yourself to just being one type of fighter, like an outside fighter or something like that, then you fight the motherfucker that can fight great on the inside, and you're gonna be motherfucking lost. Like Floyd Mayweather, he was an inside-outside fighter. When Floyd Mayweather fought Madonna, Floyd took it to the inside on Madonna. See, Adrian Broner tried to fight Madonna on the outside, and that was the wrong thing because Madonna kept coming forward and he kept pressing the gas. And Adrian Broner, he ran out of room to try to get the fuck away. But notice Floyd stayed right in there. He stayed in the pocket and he fought that man on the inside. And what I tell you about a bully, when you bully a bully, then the bully, he usually breaks down. Shout out to my brother Opening LDTV in the building. Salute. And also shout out to Andy Gill in the building and my brother James Dunnigan. I forgot to greet y'all when y'all came through. My fault, fellas. But yeah, when you bully a bully and you put the gas on them, like a lot of big punchers, they're not used to people coming forward and stepping to them. And when you do that, that right there will throw their whole game off. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a fucking bully. He was the bully of bullies. Mike Tyson, he would eat your soul. All praise be to Allah. But, you know, when Mike Tyson got his first loss against James Buster Douglas, before that fight, Mike Tyson was going in there, he was bullying people. Like he was taking niggas' hearts before the fight started. James Buster Douglas done lost his heart. His mama done died. So he ain't got nothing to live for. And if you remember in the beginning, Tyson was pounding that nigga because he tried to fight Tyson from the outside, and Tyson was working that motherfucker. And then eventually Buster Douglas was like, look, I ain't got shit to lose. I done lost a person that means most to me in life. Remember, Buster Douglas started walking on the inside. He started fighting Mike Tyson on the inside. Tyson couldn't handle that. He started flipping the tables on Tyson. He started pounding Tyson, and Tyson got frustrated. He got caught. He got laid down. Evander Holyfield, when he fought Tyson, he stood right there in the pocket. The whole fight had Tyson frustrated. You see the second fight, Tyson was so frustrated, he bit the man's ear, even though Holyfield was throwing headbutts in there because, you know, Holyfield was in that pocket. He dirty with that big-ass head. He was throwing headbutts. But when you are against a big puncher or a bully, a ring bully, you start bullying the bully. You go in there, Gabe Rosado, he got the biggest win in his motherfucking life, and Gabe was motherfucking out of it. Riverside Rocky, when he beat Beck the bully, Beckermeyer. Beckermeyer had been beating everybody's motherfucking ass, thrashing people. But guess what? Gabe came in there, Riverside Rocky, with all that heart. He went in there, went toe-to-toe, and he beat the undefeated Beck the bully. Now, he got his ass whooped in the rematch, but Gabe went in there and he bullied the bully. That's a common occurrence that if you bully the bully, that's your best bet. Like Floyd said, and Floyd said this, and this shit still rings out true. And shout out to the beautiful Queen Arena in the building. Shalom, Bree. Hope everything's well with you. But this is one thing that rings out true. And Floyd said it, and a lot of people don't understand it. But Floyd sat there and said, sometimes you can't run. Sometimes you got to stand there and fight. And Floyd meant that when you fighting certain type of opponents that come forward and there are bullies, you cannot run from them. You got to stand up, face your fears, and you got to fight these people. And when you fight these people, that's the worst thing that could ever happen to them. It throws them off their game. They're not used to this. This is how you throw their game plan in shambles, and this is how you get the win.
With long arms like that.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
It just depends on how you work it. You know, my father and my brothers, they have a great way of training me, you know, and we worked on being on the inside, and we worked on being on the outside as well. But some fighters are just not comfortable doing it. And when you work a certain way, you know what's comfortable for you. And I feel like I've worked enough to know what I feel comfortable doing on the inside or doing on the outside. So that's what makes it easy.
Is there a similarity there at all with Terence Crawford? Because he too, he has these really long arms for his height. And he's able to deliver punches with a different kind of trajectory and delivery system than we normally see. What do you think of all that?
I would say there could be a similarity there. There could be a similarity there. You know, he's a fighter that likes to fight. You know, and I'm a fighter that likes to fight also. You know, I got an appetite for smoke. You know, and so we gonna try to get it done either way. You know, inside, outside. You know, any side. So we gonna try to get it done. So I feel like that's a similarity there, and you know, we like to fight. Yeah,
and there's even a similarity with Keyshawn in that, because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too. You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite for smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Well, absolutely. You know, we're gonna see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke. You know, that would be a great fight. You know, if I was given an opportunity.
Whoa! That was a fucking message. Shout out to everybody here, man. Y'all smash the like button. Hey, y'all make sure y'all donate to the grind. I need 5 people to donate to the grind for the day. Can I get Cash App, PayPal, and the like button? I'm about to drop a jewel on y'all, and I know if you seen it, you seen it. If you didn't, I'm about to break it down to you. Did y'all hear what Sean Gazelle, Sean Z, I'm gonna call him Sean Z. Did y'all hear what Sean Z just asked Abdullah Mason? And did you see Abdullah Mason's face and his motherfucking answer? Open it. You know it is, bro. But y'all make sure y'all donate to the grind. I'm about to put y'all on some game right here because a lot of people probably missed this right here. But y'all support the grind, support the channel. But watch his facial expression and listen to what he say. And after that, I'm about to explain to you what just happened. Hold up.
That'd be amazing, Well, absolutely. We're gonna see if everybody else, we like to fight.
Yeah, and there's even a similarity with Keyshawn in that because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too.
Sean Zattel, appreciate you playing at 619, and shout out to my nigga playing at 619. I hope everything's well with you. Peace and blessings. But y'all make sure y'all support the grind for the day, baby. Give me 5 people to support. But y'all pay attention.
You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite for smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Well, absolutely. We're gonna see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke. That would.
All right. Now, they asked Abdullah. Matter of fact, I'm playing one more time.
Be a great fight, if I was given an opportunity.
And there's even a similarity with Keyshawn in that because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too. You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite for smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Well, absolutely. We're gonna see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke. That would be a great fight. If I was given an opportunity, that'd be amazing. I couldn't wait to do it. If we were to fight each other. Me being ranked, me being number 2, like I said earlier, I'm gonna go put in some work in the gym now.
All right. Okay. So check this out, right? Well, my bad, tracking 327. Terrell Davis, salute, King. My bad, calling him Riverside Rock. Well, Gabe Rosado was past the prime. He's past his prime. Openly, you see it, don't you, bro? But I'm about to explain it to everybody else that don't see it. But yeah, I need 5 people to support the grind. Cash App or PayPal, man. Y'all look out for your boy. I'm up here doing this dolo, and we're doing this on a non-monetary channel. I appreciate everybody that supports the grind, though. But listen, they asked him, do you have the smoke for Keyshawn? He said, oh, absolutely. Now, y'all know Abdullah Mason don't talk shit. Abdullah gets in the ring and he lets his hands do the work. That's why I respect the young guy. He like Earl Spence. Earl Spence didn't do all that talking. And see, that's how Abdullah fan base is growing. Now, in 2 years, Abdullah will be the next cash cow. If Jerron Boost Ennis can unify this division and end up fighting Virgil and a couple of good fighters, Jerron Ennis can be a cash cow as well. He has all the makings. But Abdullah is going to be a cash cow in 2 years. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I'm saying, y'all. But the man, he doesn't cut corners. He said, absolutely. He said, yes, I got the smoke with Keyshawn. Y'all know Keyshawn has came at Abdullah twice. Well, maybe more than that. But first time he came at Abdullah, he retracted it. He retracted in less than 12 hours when he talked about Abdullah be draining opponents and bringing opponents up and everything. Then he retracted it. Then he ended up saying something about another one of Abdullah's opponents, but then, he backtracked again. But Abdullah Mason, he heard that shit. And, that pissed the man off. But with him being the type of guy he is, Kenny Drake salute. Kenny Drake, Abdullah will be a cash cow, my brother. He's already got a following. He already has a following, bro. He already has a following. And no hate on the young brother, dog. I'm just telling you, he's going to be a cash cow. Like, the man has a knockout rate just like Tank Davis. Plus, he stays inside the limelight. He's always there. I've watched his fan base grow. You go look at his Twitter, go look at his Instagram. That right there shows how a fighter grows. You might not understand it, but it's called marketing. It's called media. Everybody doesn't have a following Kenny Drake. But I'm going to tell you like this, big dog. I'm going to finish my show. I'm not even about to go back and forth with you. We can talk about it later. Or the link is pinned right there, Kenny Drake. If you feel like you want to discuss it, you can hit the link and hop up here, my brother. I'm not going to go back and forth with somebody typing. But if you want to discuss this, like, man, I mean, you know, it's an open bar today. It's an open show. Hit the link. Come on up here. We can talk about it, bro. That's all you going to do. Exactly, all things. He's going to be the motherfucking cash bull. They're going to call him Green Bull because he's going to give you wings and money. But, yeah, so Abdullah said absolutely. You feel what I'm saying? Keyshawn has called Abdullah out a couple times and backtracked. Abdullah, if y'all notice what he said, we gonna see if the other people got the smoke. He's sitting there saying that Keyshawn a coward. I done heard him say shit like that before. He said that Keyshawn faking. He said Keyshawn don't really want that smoke that everybody think he want. He said Keyshawn is picking and choosing. Like, Keyshawn is not a full-time gangster. He's a part-time. Don't mess with Texas salute. He said this nigga part-time. He ain't really about that thug thistle. A kilo Della salute king, peace and blessings. But he said Keyshawn ain't about that life. That's what he's saying. Pay attention. I think they would make that fight, though, Kello. I think they would. Bob Arum might put his eggs in the basket and see which one of them boys he want to push. Abdullah 20, Keyshawn 26. Who has a higher ceiling? But like I said, Abdullah's ranked number 2. K Causey salute. Abdullah ranked number 2 in the WBO. So that mandatory will be coming next year. But like Abdullah said, everybody ain't got that type of smoke. And he's going to show y'all. He's basically going to show y'all that Keyshawn ain't what everybody thinks. Like, if so, he would have took that smoke with Andy Cruz by now. But Malik Taylor, salute my brother. Peace and blessings. Hope everything's well with you, bro. But I'm about to rewind it back one more time. But he's trying to show y'all that a lot of people out here fronting. A lot of people don't want what they say they want. And like I said, man, y'all support the grind, man. Lee Jackson, salute. Exactly, Lee Jackson. He said, keep that energy. And look, Abdullah happy about this shit. He said, I'm about to put on a show. And he going on before Keyshawn, going against Nakathilia. Now, both Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn are going against people that Shakur Stevenson has beaten. Not in a great fashion. So they're going out there to put on a showcase anyway, because this is the Tear Shakur Stevenson down tour. But with him coming on before Keyshawn, he's definitely got to make a statement. And listen to him again and watch his face when he sit there and say everything he say. Especially when they say Keyshawn, you compare to Keyshawn a little bit. He like, yeah, right. But watch.
He wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too. You are.
So we go
and watch the way he makes this little smirk when they say Keyshawn wants to smoke too. He got the appetite to smoke. Y'all just pay attention because 80% of conversations are nonverbal. Just pay attention.
I'll try to get it done either way, inside, outside, any side. So we're gonna try to get it done. So I feel like that's a similarity there, and we like to fight.
Yeah, and there's even a similarity with Keyshawn in that, because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too.
Now you see the face that he make when it says a similarity to Keyshawn, and he's coming up and he wants the smoke too. Abdullah Mason looking like, dude, you just don't fucking know. But I'm gonna keep it classy. That's what he said. I'm gonna keep it classy though.
You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite for smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Well, absolutely. We're gonna see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke.
Absolutely. And we're going to see if everybody else has an appetite for smoke. He said, you damn right. Shout out to my brother Kawhi Elliott, the Mexican monster in the building. He said, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. That thought bubble Planet 619 is this nigga actually believe this shit. They've been tricking the game for too long. He probably thinking that Keyshawn been tricking the game for too long. But he said, absolutely. And let's see if they keep this same energy, basically. Listen to what he said. He's basically saying, let's see if Keyshawn keeps the same fucking energy.
Put Keyshawn in that because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too. You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite for smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Did y'all see the way he made that little smile? Did y'all see that devilish smile? When they said, I'm telling you, bro, like Abdullah's saying a lot without saying shit. Do you see the smile when they say that Keyshawn has the appetite for smoke too? People, please look at the smile that Abdullah Mason does. Watch it. And if you know, you know. And like I said, I need 5 people to support the grind. Can I get 5 people to support the grind for the day? Every day we try to get at least 5 people to support. I need 5 of y'all, but watch the smile.
There, we like to fight.
Yeah, and there's even a similarity with Keyshawn in that because Keyshawn's coming up under Terence, and he's got long arms, but he wants the smoke too. He's got the appetite for smoke too. You are rated number 2 for his belt. Do you have the appetite?
Look at him. Look at him. You see that shit right there? You see it? Like, he wants to say something so bad. He wants to say something so bad, but he keeping it in because it's this is one of his stable mates, and he ain't trying to get the shit started because you see that shit Planet 619, he smiled like, yeah, man, this nigga's a fucking fraud, dog. He's a fucking fraud. Like, y'all see this shit now. I'm doing like, man, when I catch Keyshawn out there, I'm going to beat this nigga out of Virginia. But let's keep it going, man. My bad, y'all. I'm taking up too much time when we need to be smoking. But y'all support the grind, man. Up and giving y'all this content, man. Let's go.
For smoke for Keyshawn Davis?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're going to see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke. That would be a great fight. If I was given an opportunity, that'd be amazing. I could.
If I was given the opportunity, listen to what he said. That would be a great fight if I was given the opportunity. Now, pay attention. He also said, we going to see if everybody else wants that smoke. He said, first he told you, we going to see if everybody keeps that same energy, if they want that smoke. And that will be a great fight if I were given the opportunity. And like my brother Akilo Dello said, they know that Keyshawn versus Abdullah ain't gonna stand a chance. But that's also a big money fight, especially in another year. Especially if they both go out here and put on a fucking show. They both 135. You got the number 1 ranked versus the number 2 ranked. Well, you got the champion versus the number 2 ranked. Like, this right here is a setup for the thing. And yes, it's implied that Keyshawn ain't too hot and bothered about making that fight. Keyshawn don't want that fight. This is what it is. When champions get the belts, all that damn hunger go. Motherfuckers be trying to hold on to the belts. But here we go.
Couldn't wait to do it, if we were to fight each other. Me being ranked, me being number 2, like I You know, we're gonna see if everybody else got an appetite for smoke. You know, that would be a great fight.
Now we're gonna see if everybody else got the appetite for smoke. And we're gonna see if I'm giving that opportunity. Pay attention to what the young buck saying now.
Fight, you know, if I was given an opportunity, that'd be amazing. You know, I couldn't wait to do it. You know, if we were to fight,
that'd be amazing.
So, me being ranked, me being number 2, like I said earlier, I'm gonna go put in some work in the gym now. I'm gonna have.
See, a lot of people don't realize, but Abdullah Mason and his team last year reached out for a fight with Keyshawn after the Nahir Albright fight, and Keyshawn and them turned them down. That's why, you know, that's why he's smiling, because they've already tried to reach out for a Keyshawn fight. But, you know, the doors are closing. This man is ranked. Price Boy, salute, my man. Appreciate you, big brother. In the building, Price Boy 33. But yeah, this right here, he's showing y'all. Let's see if they keep the same smoke. This will be a lovely opportunity. I'm ranked number 2. I'm going to let y'all decide. That's what he basically telling y'all. I'm going to show y'all how motherfuckers ain't moving right. But yeah, we're going to keep it going so I can finish this up. If anybody want to hop up here, I got the link pinned to the thing. Smash the like button. And can I get 5 people to support the grind for the day? I just need 5 people to support the grind for the day. You know, I'm giving y'all this shit. I'm giving y'all this work. I done put in the work last night to make sure I do a great show for y'all. You know, support the grind.
Got some fun in there and knowing that. So, you know, that's going to give me some more motivation for the show.
Well, just to be realistic about everything, right? Like you being 20 years old and chomping at the bit, that's you doing your part. That's you doing what you're saying what you should be saying, right? You should be a dog on a leash that is just, you know, waiting to rip off of that thing and go after it. But at the same time, you have a team, you have a promoter, and I could see that Top Rank will say, well, let move up, and then Abdullah will fight for the WBO belt that he frees up. We're set, and also he's 26 and you're 20. You know, as talented as you, a dog on a leash that.
Now, Sean Zattel, he caught on to a little bit of it. Now, watch what he said that he thinks that Top Rank might do. And Akello said something already. But listen to this. And 9 times out of 10, this is what's going to happen so they can save Keyshawn from this young lion. We'll watch.
Is just, you know, waiting to rip off of that thing and go after it. But at the same time, you have a team, you have a promoter. And I could see that Top Rank would say, well, let Keyshawn move up, and then Abdullah will fight for the WBO belt that he frees up. We're set, and also he's 26 and you're 20. You know, as talented as you are, he's further ahead of his development, and that's like, is it really realistic that you could be fighting Keyshawn Davis anytime soon?
Forget what age did Mike Tyson become world champion?
20.
20, right? So, you know.
Exactly. I hate when people try to use that age situation. Like, they say Canelo was too young to fight Floyd Mayweather because he was like 21, 22. But Canelo had already had 42 fights, the same amount of fights as Floyd Mayweather. And Mike Tyson was a champion at 22. I think Ali was at 19. We can't sit there and beige. Look at Bam Rodriguez.
There's
Bam
power
Rodriguez
in the
was a
word
champion
no.
at 17.
At University of
You know what I'm
Phoenix,
saying?
there's no application
Like,
fee.
we
Entrance.
can't sit there. We can't sit there and try to use age as a deterrent for making these fights. Because if you got it, you got it. If you're a prodigy, you're a fucking prodigy, dog. So we can't use the age as a crutch.
Yeah, I like it. Wilfred Benitez did it at 17. So,
right. So either way I get it, I'm ready. You know, if they put me against him, I'm ready to fight him. You know, if they vacate it, I'm ready to contend for that vacated title. So, you know, it's definitely not too young at all. You know, I'm right here. You know, in the ranks fighting 10 rounders. You know, I'm training. You know, I'm training hard. You know, just like everybody else, and I've got talent. I would say more than a lot of people have. But Mike Tyson was 20. not.
Yeah. Forgive me if we're cutting in the spots, but Tyson was 20 and Wilfred Benitez was 17, and that brings me to another thing. I remember when I've asked you who are the fighters you studied to learn from, and you really took it back to the black and white days about like Sugar Ray, and most young guys I'll talk to, the first name is Floyd, and then everybody else. Why are you like? Correct me. Who'd you say was Sugar Ray Robinson? Why do you study those old
Ray
fighters?
Robinson.
Yeah.
That's what my father had us on. When we first got into it, we were watching just the greats in the sport. They the ones who laid the foundation for what we were to do next. What we were to do in our time. So they got that. They trained it different back then. They worked different. They fought different. So it's great to be able to watch what they did. When they were doing it. So that's why we watch it. We're just able to take from it.
Now I know the game is to be sold and not told, but what's some of the game you took from those old legends that you can share, if you will share with the fans, that like you implement in how you fight?
I would say some of the game I took is that all of them, they had their own thing that worked for them. They were themselves, but they had their own thing. Whether it was training or whether it was fighting, they had something that worked for them, and that's what they stuck to, and that's what got them up there. That's the reason why they are the greatest in the sport, because they did what they did.
Yeah, and we've touched on this before when talking about breaking, crossing over and becoming a star. Like in today's boxing and social media, it's about doing something that grabs attention on social media and all that. And you're more a kid about your faith and your family, and that's not really what there is promoted, like to get people's attention nowadays. So how do you think you cross over? You become a star at some point?
Let me answer that.
What's up, Amir?
Just keep doing what he's doing. It's gonna happen. It's already. What's up, Sean? How you?
Good to see you.
It's already happening. He already started.
Yeah, my stardom is being made inside the ring for sure. That's one thing I can say about me. I'm not gonna do nothing I don't feel comfortable doing, and I like to chill. I like to relax and wait till that fight come up
and see, that's what I like about this young brother right here. And see, a lot of people don't rock because he's not out here making a clown of himself. He's not doing the bullshit TO shit. Like he keeping his head down like Earl Spence did, and he's letting his work speak for himself. That's why I respect this young brother right here. And like I said, he keep doing what he's doing. He's gonna make it. The man is amazing. And who gonna be the first person to support the grind for the day? Nobody supported the grind for the day. Who gonna be number one? I still need 5 people to support the grind for the day, but who gonna be the first person to support the grind for this brother today? Y'all shout out, hit the Cash App, PayPal, and smack the like button, bro. Y'all look out for your boy. We in here. AMC in the building. But yeah, shout out to Abdullah Mason, man. This man right here, he got a great head on his shoulders. And a lot of times when you don't monkey around and you don't shoe shuffle and you don't play the game for these people, they don't like that right there. But that's why I support this young brother right here. He got a good head on his shoulders. He's not out here making black people look like a fool, like a damn dumbass and shit like that. He's not doing the shit that Devin Haney and them doing. He's not typing on Twitter like Shakur. Like, he's not out here making a fool of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man, he's family oriented. The man goes out there. He puts his faith first. He puts his boxing in there. He goes out there. He gets the shit done. And, he's not with the trash talk. Paid in full, man. Salute, my brother. Peace and blessings to you, bro. And shout out to my brother, Kawhi Elliott. Shout out to my brother Kawhi Elliott, man, in the Cash App with the $2 holler, man. The first person to support the grind for the day, man. I appreciate that, Kawhi. You always come through, bro. Like, I've been up all night trying to get this shit together for y'all, bro. I'm trying to make a good show. And Shalom King paid him for. You know, I'm not Muslim, my brother. You know, I'm Israelite. But Shalom, bro. Peace and blessings to you. All praise to the Most High. And if you are Muslim, bro, you know, I respect you, bro. Like whatever makes a man feel good and keeps a person on straight, I respect that. You feel what I'm saying? But I also respect my shit too. But peace and blessings. And like I said, shout out to Kawhi Elliott, first person to support the grind for the day. Can I get 4 more people to support the Cash App or the PayPal, man? Support what I'm doing today, bro. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to my guy Lee in the Cash App with the $2 holler, man. I appreciate you as well, Lee. Peace and blessings to you. I just need 3 more people to support the grind for the day, man. And like I said, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all support, bro, it showed me that, you know, y'all respect what I'm doing, bro. Because, you know, I make sure I get the info. A lot of people don't understand what it takes to do a damn show up here. At least for like 30 minutes. Like to be able to keep a show going for 30 minutes, that's crazy. You know, I be trying to keep it going for 2 hours. And a lot of people don't realize what Dr. Key does. Like Dr. Key, she puts in that motherfucker work. Plus she got the other job. She got her books and everything. Like she's a very valuable asset. And you know, that's my whole girl. Like Dr. Key puts in the work and I respect her and everything. But like I said, a lot of people don't understand what it's like to get on stage or get up here and do a show. And shout out to my nigga D1 in the Cash App with the $2 holler. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate everything y'all doing. And like I said, can I get 2 more people to support the grind? I mean, it don't even matter what y'all saying. I appreciate what it is, you know, because, you know, you can say what you can because, you know, I know the economy's bad and everything, but I just appreciate the fact that y'all supporting the grind, especially since YouTube already let me know. You know, YouTube already let me know that I would never be monetized on this channel again, which is crazy because I put in a lot of work on this channel. But like I said, I got my other channel up. I'm working on that. In the next 2 months, it should be monetized, and then I'll be back ready. But they demonetized me because I kept it real. And then they kept making me jump through hoops, knowing that they weren't going to monetize me again. But, you know, that's the games they play, just like they doing to these boxers out here. Well, let's finish this up with Abdullah Mason. But still, I need 2 more people to support the grind if y'all can. I appreciate you.
Go crazy, you know, make a splash. You know, that fight be circulating for the next, you know, few months until my next fight. So that's what's bringing me to that level where I'm gonna be a star. You know, a lot of people dig themselves deep with those, you know, talking and when they do have a performance that's not right, you know, it's a performance that won't be backing up all that talk. So me, I like to step in there and get the job done. You know,
And see, he's smart right there. Notice what he just said. A lot of people do a performance, and shout out to my brother EB Sweat a lot, the Cash App with the $2 holler. Shout out to my brother EB Sweat a lot with the $2 holler. Appreciate you, King. And I just need 1 more person to support the grind. Like all donations is welcome, bro. I appreciate everybody that support the grind, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that supports, and I appreciate that. But what he's saying is the problem that Devin Haney and Shakur has, like, you go out there and you say you're going to do this and that. And then when you don't do it, then fans are holding you accountable. Fans are holding you accountable for what you say that you go and do. And when you don't do it, then, you know what I'm saying? Now people looking at you like, well, what happened? And see, that's why he say he goes out there and he lets his shit speak for itself.
make a splash like that.
Main event, Keyshawn and De Los Santos. How do you see that going?
I feel like Keyshawn. I feel like the fight might start off a little slower, but I feel like Keyshawn will get used to him and he'll probably adjust to him, and you know he start picking at De Los Santos. And I feel like in the end, it's gonna be I feel like it might go to decision, but I feel like Keyshawn he'll start picking De Los Santos well. apart a little bit.
Hey, thanks for your time, Abdullah. Looking forward to watching you fight June 7th. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you. And everybody watching, I want y'all to what I want y'all to do is let me know who y'all want me to fight. So anybody watching, I want y'all to put it out there. You know, let us know who y'all want to see me fighting next.
Let's see the Usyk fight.
Abdullah versus Usyk.
Shout out to the beautiful queen, Miss Barbara D, man. Hope you're doing well, queen.
Dare to be great here, Abdullah.
Right.
What you doing?
Right. Okay. Abdullah versus who? Anthony Joshua.
Anthony, no, man, you got to fight the champion. What are you trying to see? You're trying to already pick on the guy who's on his way down.
Oh man. Well, first we got to get to the champions in my own division. So, you know, we got 4 of them, and we're gonna get them out the way hopefully, and be on to the next.
No, thank you for your time, man. Have a good rest of camp. See you guys in Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
A humble brother right there. I fucks with Abdullah Mason. That's a humble brother right there. Abdullah Mason, he does his thug thistle. He goes out there and he does what he's supposed to do. I mean, you can't beat that right there. The man's humble. He comes out there, he does what he got to do. Shout out to my nigga Big Dog Willie with his bullshit. He backing there with the bullshit. But you know, it's all good. But this is what I'm talking about. Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason doing what he got to do, bro. He doing what he got to do. And a lot of people are sitting there and they're not understanding the type of guy that this guy is. But Abdullah Mason, he has a great background, and his father is keeping him grounded. And he's going to go far. But yeah, I'm about to play this other video with Terence Crawford talking. And man, like I say, man, y'all support the grind. Hit the like button. But support the grind. You know, it's just me today. So y'all support the grind if y'all can. Peace and blessings to everybody. Like I said, I need 5 people to support the grind every day. And I appreciate y'all. But here we go right here, one more.
These next few months, what do you feel?
I don't feel nothing. You know, I'm just in my downtime right now before camp start. And once camp start, then that's when we're going to turn everything up a notch.
Last night you were at an event alongside Jaya Pataya. Tell us about what you've seen of him and what you think of him as a fighter.
I think he's a good fighter. Like I said, you know, he's tough, he's powerful, you know, and he got a bright future.
You mentioned before everyone's got some things they can work on. Is there anything in his game that you think?
Whatever him and his team feels that he need to work on is what he need to work on. You know, we all got mistakes. We all got habits that we need to fix, and I'm sure he knows what they is, and he's gonna, you know, fix the problem.
Do you think he could be a factor and have success if he moved up to heavyweight eventually?
I don't know. You know, them dudes is big, you know, but, you know, if Usyk did it, you know, who said he can't do it? So I don't want to put no limits on anyone.
We know you fought and beat Jeff Horn. You were linked to a fight with another Aussie in Tim Tszyu. Why did that fight not eventuate from your perspective?
He chose to fight Fandor instead of me, so that's why that didn't happen.
When he fought back for him, you were tweeting along with it. You said you felt like he took him lightly and was looking past him. Were you surprised to see the fight play out how it did?
Of course, I didn't think it was going to play out the way it did, but that's why his styles make fights, and you know you never can be overconfident of an opponent, and hopefully he bounces back from it.
He's got that Fandor rematch coming up. Have you got any thoughts on how that one might go?
I don't know. You know, I don't know how much left Tim has, but I wish him the best.
Do you think he's potentially reached his level?
I don't know. You know, I think, you know, it's up to him as a fighter, as a person, to answer that question.
One thing I can say about Bud, I might not like some of the actions that he do. And shout out to my nigga Richie L in the Cash App with the $3 holler. Appreciate you, King. I appreciate all y'all that support the grind. Like I said, it means a lot that y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really appreciate everybody that supports the grind, man. But Bud would be a hell of a coach. Like, when you get to a certain level of boxing, and when you become great in boxing, you can see certain things. Yeah, shout out to my brother Rick Timms. Rick, you know the link always pit for you, my brother. You can always hop up here. But Bud can see a lot, bro. And he's kind of big too. He's about 190. But Bud would be a great teacher, especially for the youth. And I like the way that he does that for the youth. But Bud Crawford, like, he's an anomaly. Like, he's on that damn snack. So, you know, Bud getting it in. I don't rock with the shit that he does, but I like his story. You know, even his old mom wanted him to fail. Bud came out there, he progressed. And that's one thing I can say. You know, I'm always for a good underdog story. I'm always for a good underdog story. And already you say, you hear that shit, Roach talking, can't wait for Tank to beat that ass for real because we talking too much because we talk too much. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tank gonna destroy that nigga. I'm waiting for the damn failure tour to get past, but we finish this.
That fight looks like it might land on the same card as Manny Pacquiao's return. Have you got any thoughts on that fight with Mario Barrios? And is there any chance we see you still in there at 46?
Nah, at 46, I don't plan on being back in the ring, you know, but Mario Barrios is a great matchup for Manny Pacquiao. And I think, you know, at this age, it's a 50-50 fight for Manny Pacquiao.
Looking back on last time we saw you against Israel Madrimov, how do you view that performance? And I guess what lessons, if any, can you take into your next fight against Canelo?
I thought it was a great performance. You know, I thought I did what I wanted in the ring. I thought I picked it up when I wanted to. I thought I banged when I wanted to, boxed real well. I don't take nothing from it, you know, because styles make fights, and Canelo has a different style than Israel Madrimov. So, you know, we just go from there.
Did you notice any differences in yourself, your ability to carry power or take a shot or anything like that?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
You've spoken. Oh, sorry. When did this idea of fighting Canelo first come to you?
What came to me a few years ago, you know, talking to Bill Haney and him suggesting that I should say forget Errol Spence and go after Canelo Alvarez. And at that time, I was just, you know.
And of course, it would come from a hate-ass Bill Haney. But what people fail to realize is nobody asked for Bud versus Canelo Alvarez. We all wanted Earl versus Canelo because they was the two blockbuster stars. They was the two cash cows in the sport. And because Earl Spence is a naturally bigger guy. He's not Bud Crawford coming up from 135. Like, Earl Spence was cutting weight from 190 to get down to 147. Him and Canelo would have been a non-miss, a can't-miss banger. Both of them niggas would have stood in the pocket throwing with each other. It would have been a hell of a fucking fight. It would have been better than Triple G versus Canelo. And I'm mad that we didn't get that fight. But, you know, Bud was talking to Bill Haney, you know, the big snake. So they wanted to cut Earl out the way. That's what it was. But we'll see what this fight does.
Like, man, I'm not moving up that way, you know, to fight Canelo. And then I started looking more into it, and then it became more of a reality, you know, fight than anything.
You've spoken about the motivation you get from the doubters. What would a win do for, I guess, your legacy and to put all those conversations to bed?
I would do everything for my legacy and my career. you know, and I'm looking forward to it.
Have you considered at all what happens if you lose?
No, not at all. I don't think about losing because I'm too busy thinking about winning.
Canelo's been extremely durable over the years. One of his many assets is he seems to have one of the best chins in the game.
Wow.
I know you said you don't need to knock him out, you just need to beat him. But do you feel like you can hurt or even stop him?
Well, anybody can get hurt. Anybody can get, knocked out. I don't put it past nobody, but I'm not going in there looking for a knockout.
I know you're not looking past this fight and you take things one step at a time, but is there a chance that this is your last fight?
Who knows? We shall see.
One fight coming up, a friend of yours, Richardson Hitchin, looking to defend his title against George Kambosos. Any thoughts on how that one goes?
Hitchison.
Richardson Hitchin.
Yeah. Hands down. Africa. He's going to do what he wants in there. Sure.
Is that, I guess, a comment on his level or Kambosos' level? Or
on both levels? I just think, it's two separate levels and, Africa just going to display his talent and his skills in that fight.
Laundry can be really, especially if it sits in the washer too long. The Fan Fresh option, part of the Fresh Flow vent system, helps keep your clothes fresh. Whirlpool, everyday care.
And when he noticed Canelo lost the step, he it's perfect time. It's perfect time for me to come in there and do what Bud does best. I pick my opponents when they're ready for me to pluck them off the tree. See, Bud, and I've noticed about him, Bud is kind of like the older version of Devin Haney. Bud likes to catch his opponents, but his opponents is not in their best shape. Like if you notice, Bud wants to catch his opponents when they're not ready. So Bud, he realized it's a good time to catch him. It's a good time for that. So Bud feel like him and Canelo. Y'all hold on for a second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. But yeah, Bud picks off people frequent. The link right there, frequent. So the link's right there. So you can hop on up here. But yeah, Bud see that it's an opportunistic time for him to sit there and get into this damn action. So now he's seen the fight with Triple G. He's seen the fight with William Skull. He's seen the fight with Jaime Munguia. He's seen the fight with Edgar Berlanga. Excuse me. He's seen all these fights that Canelo got into. and he sees that Canelo has lost more than a step. Canelo is at this point now where if you notice his wheels is bad. Canelo has motherfucking what's the word, people? Like Canelo Alvarez, right? He's not mobile. His body has taken a lot of damage. His body has taken a lot of damage. Like Canelo Alvarez, he's at the end of the road, but Canelo still wants his fans, and a lot of hardcore Mexican boxing fans are boycotting Canelo because of what he did in Saudi Arabia on Mexican Independence Day weekend. And shout out to my brother Animalistic Savant in the Cash App with the $2 holler. I appreciate you, King. Look, I appreciate everybody that supports this grind. And I'm just going to explain it to y'all, but I appreciate everybody that supports. Because like I said, this channel's not monetized. So when y'all support the grind, man, y'all support me, y'all support the work that I put in, y'all support the information that I go gather. I talk to my sources, you know what I'm saying? I do the research. I try to make sure I get everything so I can give y'all a good show. Plus, I keep it real as well. So when y'all over here, I'm gonna give you my pure unadulterated commentary. And at least when you over here, it's gonna be all 100. We ain't sugarcoat, we not sugarfoot. We keep it 1,000 over here because we anger management crew, fire stick gang, VPN gang, hardcore hate gang, and we got the damn drama Tanya gang, the DDT, the damn drama Tanya gang. Yes, so we got another set in the building. So yeah, I salute to everybody. And that's what I was saying, PGB Big Dog, because when Canelo fought motherfucking Charlo, he turned the clock back. Yeah, we anger management. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. I'm back. I had to step out for a second. But yeah, we hate on everything frequent, but we keep it 100 though. The hating is real. We keep it 100. But it ain't really hating. They call it hate when you tell the truth though. You feel me? When the truth don't align to the narrative, they call it hate. Especially the Hados clan. The Hados clan call it hate when the truth don't align to their narrative. Which fight are you talking about, DZ? You said hopefully Canelo and Bud don't happen? Like, I can see Bud doing good against Canelo, but I can also see Canelo coming back like the Charlo fight. Like Canelo said, he only lost to one black man, and that was fucking Floyd Mayweather. Like Canelo's brown pride is not gonna let him lose to Terence Crawford. You know, he's not gonna let that happen. Canelo is gonna turn back the clock. He gonna get his clenbuterol. He gonna get all that shit. Canelo about to get all that shit that he needs to come back and try to slay Bud. Now, like I said, it's weight classes for a reason. Canelo has power. And we don't know what Bud chin is going to look like if Canelo hits him. And you can say what you want to say. But Canelo, I think he dropped Berlanga. He dropped Jaime Munguia. Canelo dropped Charlo. Like, he's dropping people. He's dropping people his weight class. So Canelo is throwing with some power still. Now, we got to realize that Bud is from the 135 division. We see Yuriokas Gamboa give him the stanky leg. We see Mean Machine put him down. Now, how you think Bud is going to react if Canelo catches him with a hook? Now, Canelo can cut that ring off. You can say what you want, but Canelo will close that ring off. Canelo dropped his hands and walked Charlo down. He dropped his hands and walked Charlo straight down. He said, fuck all that running, fuck all that boxing. He said, I don't give a fuck about that. He said, I'm about to walk this nigga down. And Charlo reminded me of Frank Martin. It wasn't shit he could do. It wasn't shit he could do but take what was going down. And that's what the fuck happened. Now, will Bud do the same? Will Bud do the same? Or will Bud sit out there and put on a masterclass performance like Floyd? One thing about it, though, Bud is not Floyd Mayweather. Bud is not Floyd Mayweather. And yeah. And the biggest thing about it, what will Bud do with that extra weight? See, when Floyd fought Canelo, Canelo tried to blow up in the weight. Frequent flyer. William Skoll was like Karen Kukadajian against Boots the first fight. He had on his track shoes. Bud is not going to be able to do that frequent. For one, Bud is carrying too much extra weight. So Bud is not going to be able to be on his toes that whole fight. I don't give a damn what you say. Bud is not used to that weight. So he's not going to be able to dance on his toes that whole fucking fight frequent. So if he do, he's going to run out of fucking stamina. That's for one. William Skoll is naturally at that weight. So William Skoll is carrying that weight. So he can do that. Bud Crawford went up to 180 pounds already. He got to cut that back down. You got Bud Crawford fighting at a much higher weight than he's used to. Like I say, he's a 135-pound fighter. He's going to be fighting at 168, probably 180, or 175, 180 at fight night when he rehydrates off that snack. Bud's going to probably be about 180 in that ring. When he fought Madrimov, he was about 175. And y'all see how sluggish and how that fight turned out. Madrimov looked like he was quicker to the punch, and you know he was giving Bud problems. Now, Madrimov is not as skilled as Canelo Alvarez. We're not gonna act like they are on the same level. Madrimov don't have the power that Canelo Alvarez has. We're not gonna act like that. Madrimov does not have the ring IQ of a Canelo Alvarez. He doesn't have the chin of a Canelo Alvarez. And he doesn't have the star presence of a Canelo Alvarez. When you under the big lights, shit changes. I don't give a fuck who you are, but them lights, like Kanye say, all of the lights, turn off the lights and here, baby. Yes. And if Bud slips up, his lights might get turned out. Now, I got pride in my people. So I would hate to bet against Bud because, you know, that is my people. You know, Mexicans got Mexican pride. I'm black. I got black pride. You feel me? And that might happen frequent. That might happen. His gloves might implode. Yep. But I'm going to tell you one thing, fighting Canelo, Bud gloves are going to be impeccable. When you fight Canelo, they check everything except for Canelo. You feel me? You feel me? Y'all smash the like button. Make sure y'all smash that like button, people. And if anybody else want to donate, you can donate. And frequent, I see you didn't put in to get your big boy rich. See, I cut you a senior discount and you still didn't come get it. So I don't want to hear you talk about that big rich no more, frequent. And because Key gonna be gone for a day or two. But yeah, Canelo and Bud. First off, Canelo said if it's not in Vegas, the fight's off. Canelo has to get his fan base back. If you notice, anybody that does anything on Canelo, that shit is not receiving great reviews. Like Canelo's whole fan base, you can look it up. Orlando, salute. Nah, Frequent didn't get his big rich yet. I told Frequent, he said, I think it was like $20, $30. I think I told Frequent, he said $20 he'd get a big rich. I said, because everybody got the big rich, you know, they done supported the grind real well. They supported it. And, you know, plus Frequent been down for day one. And really only my day one peoples get the big rich anyway, but, you know. But Canelo Alvarez is not going to let Bud do what he wants to do. Hell yeah, all things, giving his ass a senior discount and everything. Jamal. Yeah, I'm putting money on Bud too. Like, this is the closest fight that Canelo's done had in a long time on the scorecards. But it's crazy how they moving Hamza and Shiraz to fight Canelo if Hamza Shiraz beats Berlanga. But does that mean that if Berlanga beats Hamza Shiraz, that he gets another Canelo fight? Because I damn sure do not want to see that shit. Exactly, Andy Gill. It's really not as close as people think. But I seen Bud come out with Earl Spence after taking a year off. And Bud was as strong as he's ever been. And I know a lot of people say, now, Frequent, you talking about diabolical. Last week, you told me to give you a few days. Come on now. Motherfuckers, remember, Frequent, they wanted me to take away your regular rich. Now, chill out. And you know, Orlando, Earl said that. Earl say motherfuckers will take a year off, then come back and try to hurt somebody. Just like Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer took 2 years off. The fight with him and Mickey May didn't happen. Then, you know, he took 2 years off. And Tevin Farmer is hitting home runs like his name is Barry Bonds or Mark McGwire. And y'all know how they started hitting them home runs. Tevin Farmer ain't shit. But you know, like my coach used to tell me, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And a lot of these people don't have the natural gifts and the natural athleticism to keep up with these young fighters. So they have to cycle and take what they can take just so they can stay relevant. Just so they can stay fucking relevant. It's been plenty of fighters that do it. Look at Sugar Shane Mosley when he got to the end of his career. Look at Tarver. Tarver couldn't beat my nigga Roy Jones unless he took that motherfucking shit, damn it. And you know something frequent? I'm taking Tevin Farmer versus Kid Austin. Everybody's sitting there saying that Kid Austin about to beat the shit out of Tevin Farmer. And I'm telling y'all, Tevin Farmer got that ring IQ. He got experience. He got the eye. He got the eye of the tiger. He got the evil eye. He gonna lock that nigga down with that eye. Hell yeah, we all rock. I definitely rock with Tevin Farmer. I rock, you rock, he rock, C rock. Yeah, feel me? He's the eye of the tiger. It's the rock from Devon. Yes, sir. I think Tevin Farmer, matter of fact, Tevin might even stop Kid Austin. Like, honestly, I might put a couple dollars on Tevin Farmer for the stoppage. And that's what's crazy about it, Andy Gill, because Canelo, because he's a Mexican fighter, he's allowed to get the clenbuterol. It just has to be below 20% in his bloodstream. And like I said, after 24 hours, clenbuterol dissipates in your blood. So even if you had a 80% in your blood the day before, the next day it's going to be under 20% because it doesn't spread throughout your organs in your body. So, you know, they legalized cheating for Canelo in there. Just like the Russians, the Chinese, like all these people over there, all these people, they have to do something so they can compete with the American boxers. The American boxers, you know, exactly paid in full. And Tevin Farmer is the underdog, paid in full. Yes, sir. Tevin Farmer, last time I checked, it was like Tevin Farmer was like a plus 170. So you put a stack on Farmer, you win a 1,700 back plus your stack. You feel me? So yeah, you can't beat that with a bet. That would be amazing. Tevin Farmer beats Kid Austin and then he fights Tank Frequent. I would love that shit because Tank and Tevin, they got some unfinished business that they need to fucking handle. They need to handle this. Y'all give me 1 second. I got to use the restroom real quick. I got to piss. Hold up. appreciate you, King, for supporting the grind. And look, if anybody else want to support the grind, the Cash App's right there, the PayPal's right there. Like I said, I appreciate all the contributions. The Cash App and the PayPal is right there. But like I said, these fights is crazy. Tevin Farmer as an underdog, that's money in the bag. I don't know why people think that Farmer, like, do they not realize Farmer just went head-to-head with Williams Zepeda twice? And you could technically put an argument that Farmer won that one of them fights, really. Or he had it close enough. And I can tell you this. If Williams Zepeda and Kid Austin was to get in that damn ring, I got Williams Zepeda stopping Kid Austin easy. Easy. Like, it ain't even a damn question. Like, that shit would be an easy fucking stoppage. And that's why I say Tevin Farmer, he has the skills, he has the style. He's able to bang it out with bangers. And they say Kid Austin got some power. But the biggest mistake and the biggest downfall that Kid Austin has is those muscles. Those muscles is what's going to make Kid Austin very motherfucking vulnerable in a fight. The muscles slow you down. The muscles burn up stamina. The muscles make you telegraph your shots. And another thing that Kid Austin does, he smothers his paperwork. That means he smothers the action. Like, Kid Austin doesn't let his power breathe. Like, they forget that Renee Tellis-Guiron just put that man through hell and high water. Dropped him. And the new Tevin Farmer is hitting harder than Renee Tellis-Guiron. You fuck what you say. I said it. I stand by it. And that's what it is. That man right there is going to have a bad night. And what's crazy, Kid Austin ducked Abdullah Mason for $1 million to lose to Tevin Farmer for a quarter of that. He's about to get paid a quarter of what he would have got paid for Abdullah Mason. I think Kid Austin getting like $250,000, $300,000 for the Tevin Farmer fight. I know he's not getting over 500. And I don't know what him and his dad looking at, but they didn't see the fire in Tevin's eye. Because they would have seen the fire in his eye, and they would have realized you barking up the wrong fucking tree, homie. That Tevin Farmer is not the tree that you want to be climbing right now. Yes, sir. Tevin Farmer is ready. He's willing. Like, this man wanted to step right back in the ring with Zepeda. Zepeda, who had stopped his previous two opponents. He wanted to bang it out. So, yeah. He got the eye. We know he got the eye. We see the determination in that eye. So, yeah. Tevin Farmer for the upset. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Just sprinkle a little bit on it. But Tevin Farmer by knockout is plus 850. Tevin Farmer by knockout is plus 850. Plus 850, people. Now, like I said, Tevin Farmer knocked one guy out through the high guard in the first round. He's done dropped Williams Zepeda. He hurt Muratalla. He dropped in Avery Sparrow. Tevin Farmer is beating the shit out of people right now. And people are not paying attention to it. But I've been watching Tevin Farmer. I've kept my eye on him. Because like I say, a lot of shit's been fluky. since he's been back. And Tevin Farmer has been doing his thing since he's been back. So, yeah. But shit, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. I appreciate everybody that supported. You know, last call for alcohol. Anybody else want to donate, you can. But we will be back here tomorrow. I'm going to do me some more research tonight. I got 2 of my contacts that I'm supposed to talk to. One of them at 6 o'clock and one of them at 8:30. It's supposed to be Bronze Man Salute, my nigga. It's supposed to be some breaking news tonight. I heard something yesterday, but I asked him, could I share it? I wasn't allowed to share. Well, he didn't give me the yay or nay. So I'm going to see if I can get that, the yay or nay. I might drop it in the Discord or something, but I got to make sure it's okay for me to say that because I ain't trying to lose my little contacts that I got. You know, Dr. Key got her contacts. I got my contacts. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for supporting the grind. Everybody that supported, I appreciate you. You know, you always there for me. I'm always there for you. And if y'all need me, you can always hit me on Instagram. And if I don't respond to your Instagram, use the Instagram call feature. Because I think my wife got my notification. Well, I think my notifications are down, so I don't really get no pings from the Instagram. But I think if you get the call, it'll pop through. And then I can motherfucking answer you and everything. So if you need to holler at me on Insta, holler at me on Insta. But or at me in the Discord. Like when you're in the Discord, like you can at somebody and it'll give you the notification, like put an at, like at upper echelon, and it'll let me know. And it'll put it on my phone. But salute to everybody. Like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm gonna holler at the contacts tonight. Peace and bless to all y'all, man. And you know, AMC FSG, nothing but love for all y'all, bro. All y'all. We family.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was close, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leaving nigga bleeding.